In the words of the Honorable Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Dr. King said, the time is always right to do right. What we waiting for? Dr. King said the time is always ripe to do right. Y'all keep waiting for the perfect moment to organize. Y'all keep waiting for the perfect moment to build a school. Y'all keep waiting for the perfect moment to fight back against racism. Y'all keep waiting for the perfect moment to boycott non-African businesses. Y'all keep waiting for the perfect moment to teach our own children. Y'all keep waiting for the perfect moment to provide for our women and children and elders. Y'all keep waiting for the perfect moment to take back the black community. There are no perfect moments. Every moment is the perfect moment because Dr. King said the time is always ripe to do right. What are you waiting for? Justice delayed is justice denied. Justice delayed is justice denied. My Chicago Africans, I'm a little disappointed in some of you. My Chicago Africans, my New York City Africans, I love you both. You cities gave birth to the Prince of Pan-Africanism. It was Chicago and New York who put me out front of the movement. Chicago and New York, but I'm disappointed because you are too docile. Chicago and New York are too docile in the face of extermination through migrant immigration. You are too docile. Your response is too docile. The response from Chicago and New York, we got activists out there, but I'm talking about the people because there is no movement without the people. The masses make differences, not individuals. The masses make the difference, not the individuals. The masses make the difference, not the individuals. Why don't we see New York City and Chicago fighting back en masse? En masse. Y'all should be at LaGuardia Airport laying on the strip. Ain't no airplanes landing until y'all stop this migrant takeover, this black purge. That's all it is. It's a black purge with brown people. It's a black purge with brown people. It's a black purge with brown people. Chicago, New York, you gotta get ready. Chicago, the Democratic Convention is in your city. Chicago, the Democratic National Convention is in your city. The time is now, Chicago. The time is now. The Democratic Convention is in Chicago. Y'all better show up and show out. Y'all better show up and we all better go to Chicago, New York included, and show up and show out. If Black America is going to make a stand, it needs to be in Chicago this Black August. This Black August, the Democratic National Convention is in Chicago. It's time to show up and show out. Every gang, every gangster, every corner boy, every African, every American African, immigrant African, we better show up and show out at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, Black August. But are we more concerned with drill music? Are we more concerned with social media? Are we more concerned with chasing and black men? You're spending too much time chasing instead of chasing victory for the people. Too much of the black man's time is spent chasing Virginia. Brothers, it is consciousness over the cookies. Brothers, it is politics over the punani. Brothers, it is revolution over romance. Brothers, it is institutions over intimacy. Brothers, it is business before the bedroom. Too much of your time is chasing Virginia. We need victory. We don't have time for Virginia chasing. Black women, shut down the cookie jars and stop giving out your essence to these men who ain't producing. Black woman, shut down your cookie chamber and stop giving out your cookies to these men who ain't producing for the community. Black women, part of this is your fault because you giving out cookie and we not building no institutions. Black women, part of this is your fault because you giving out cookie and we ain't building no institutions. I said, black women, part of this is your fault because you giving out cookie to men who ain't doing nothing for the community. Oh, yes. Frederick Douglass said, We don't need the rain. We need the thunder. Not the ocean, but the roar of the waters. He said we need the tornado and the earthquake. We need the cyclone and the blizzard. Frederick Douglass said, we must make the black issue the most important talking point in America. Until we make the black issue the most important talking point in America, we get nowhere. The original technology of the cell phone was invented by an African. The original technology of the airplane was invented by an African. The original technology of the internet was invented by an African. The original technology of the helicopter was invented by an African. I beg your pardon, my brother, you need to do some research. It's Black History Month. Your ass need to be reading. And speaking of Black History Month, how many of you are going to make your children read a book every day about their history for Black History Month? Can we at least do that, Black mothers and fathers? Can we at least make sure our children read every day for an hour for the 29 days of Black History Month because it's a leap year? Can we please do that? Can we please make sure every black child in America reads for an hour a day for the 29 days of this Black History Month? Can we please do that? Can we please make them put down the phone? I didn't say watch a YouTube video. I'm not against that, but I want them to read. Why do you want them to read, Mr. School Psychologist, Mr. Certified School Psychologist? The reason why this certified school psychologist wants your child is because half the black boys in America in the 4th grade can't read on their grade level. Half the black boys in America in the 4th grade can't read on their grade level. Half the black boys in America in the 4th grade can't read on their grade level. Half the black boys in America on the 4th grade can't read on grade level. So they need to be reading. I don't know why they got video games. I don't know why they got cell phones. I don't know why they got tablets. I don't know why they got Jordans. I don't know why they got HD TVs. And they can't even read. We are literally breeding blacks for the prison. I don't care if you mad. Oakland, California, San Francisco, California, Richmond, California, Sacramento, California, Antioch, California. I will see you for the Black Parent Boot Camp on Saturday, October the 17th. Black Parent Boot Camp for the San Francisco Bay African parent family will be at the Church of All Faiths, 2100 Fifth Avenue in Oakland, California. Saturday, February 17th. You must register in advance. Deadline is Thursday, February 15th. Go to DrUmarJohnson.com and register. Go to DrUmarJohnson.com and register. Go to DrUmarJohnson.com and register. Las Vegas, Los Angeles, San Diego, Inland Empire. You better come to Oakland and get this training because I'm only doing it one time. One and done. Pull-up season. Hit your Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit your Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit your Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Morehouse College, I'm going to see you in March. Florida A&M University, I'm going to see you in March. Kalamazoo, Michigan, I'm going to see you on February the 20th in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Toronto, Canada, I'm going to see you in June. First visit in 10 years, Toronto, Canada, the Prince is returning. Australia, I'm going to see you in June. Alaska, I'm going to see you in Juneteenth. Omaha, I'm going to see you in June. If you need to reach me, podcast interviews, lecture scheduling, consultations, and life coaching. If you need to reach me, podcast interview, documentary interview, lecture scheduling, life coaching, consultations for your children, special ed, mental health, you know how to reach me. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. FDMG is coming. The information for Dr. Umar's 7th annual African Group tour. The information for Dr. Umar's 7th annual African group tour. The information for Dr. Umar's 7th annual African group tour, last week of July, first week of August. Last week of July, first week of August. Last week of July, first week of August. Information for the group tour will be dropped on Frederick Douglass's 206th birthday. February the 14th, Frederick Douglass's 206th Earth Day. I will be putting out the information for the African group tour. 45 people only. 45, because I want everybody on the same tour bus so I can supervise the coons. I want everybody on the same tour bus so I can supervise the coons. 45 people. I'm one of 45. That leaves 44. I'm one of 45. That leaves 44. 22 women and 22 men. 22 real black conscious women and 22 real black conscious men only for the 7th annual Dr. Umar tour. We going to Ghana, we going to Gambia, and we going to Senegal. I said we going to Ghana, we going to Gambia, and we going to Senegal. I said we going to Ghana, we going to Gambia, and we going to Senegal. I need one of my queens to be a chef. I need one of my queens to be the foot massager. I need one of my queens to be the back massager. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We going to Ghana. We going to Gambia. We going to Senegal. I'm just kidding, my queens. I'm just kidding, my queens. I'm just kidding, my queens. But remember this. Whatever happens in Africa stays in Africa. Whatever happens in Ghana stays in Ghana. Whatever happens in Gambia stays in Gambia. Whatever happens in Senegal will stay in Senegal. We going to the Gorée Island slave dungeon. We going to the Cape Coast Castle slave dungeon. We going to the Senegal Pan-African History Museum. I said we going to the new Pan-African History Museum in Dakar, Senegal. We're going to eat some of that Senegalese food. You're going to get a Senegalese name. We going to the Senegalese beach. We going to the Kente Cloth Museum in Ghana. We going to the Prempeh Museum in Ghana. We going to the Wood Factory Museum in Ghana. We going to the Bee Factory Museum in Ghana. Oh yes, we going to go to Jufre Island in Gambia, where Alex Haley ancestors came from that motivated him to write the movie Roots. Jufre Island in Gambia. We going on the water, brothers and sisters. We going to the shrines, brothers and sisters. We calling up the ancestors. We going to worship the Most High in the land of the original melanin dominant people of Africa. Information will be coming February 14th. If you've been on any of my previous tours, you're not allowed to come on this one. If you've ever worked with me in any capacity, you're not allowed to come on this tour. I want all new people. It's a new day, a new year, and I want new people. I can do another trip for those of you who've been on my other trips. I can do another trip for those of you who work with me. I want to see 44 faces I've never seen in my life. I want to see 44 faces I've never seen in my life. I want to see 44 faces I've never seen in my life. Brothers and sisters, this is King Kong Consciousness, coming to you live and direct. What's the requirements? You better have a passport. You're going to have to get a visa. We'll walk you through all that. Don't worry about that. Get your passport. If you ain't got no passport, you better get on it right now. If you ain't got no passport, you better get on it right now. I can't wait to get to Ghana because I need me some new white dashikis. I'm running out of white dashikis. Gotta get to Ghana. Need me some more white dashikis. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, brothers and sisters. If you need to reach me, 215-989-9858. 2159. Senegal wants malaria and yellow fever. I think Ghana, malaria and yellow fever. You could take the malaria tablets. You could get a doctor's note so you don't have to take anything. Gambia, I think they also want yellow fever and malaria. We'll go over all of that. Don't worry about that. Get your passport and get your money right. Get your passport and get your money right. Get your passport and get your money right. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm waiting for Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso to send for me to be Minister of Education for Burkina Faso. Oh yes, I'm waiting for President Ibrahim Traoré to send for King Kong Consciousness to come to Burkina Faso and be the Minister of Education for Burkina Faso. Oh yes, I want to be the Minister of Education for the new empire of Mali, Burkina Faso, in Niger. I want to be the Minister of Education for Mali, Burkina